everybody, welcome back. It's Frank. American Eagle Rises. You guys doing? It's Thursday. I don't know what the hell happened. I'm mad. Mad Max. Yeah, so I made a video yesterday. I put in the community thing that camera was on. And I hit the stop button, and then the file looked weird because normally it gives me like a little preview of the. I tried to load it to YouTube, and it's like blur, after a while. So I don't know, so hopefully I'm not gonna try and keep this too long, guys. So until I feel a little bit more comfortable. We still have that every once in a while. The computer lags, and then I don't know. Again, guys, the camera light is on, so even when it stops recording, and I'm not hitting the stop button, I don't know. We finally have 47 subscribers. It was epic, and you called it. Yeah. Homefront called it. So we had 45 subs, and then when I checked next, it was 47. So we went from 45 to 47 for America First. American Eagle Rises. We think that's pretty damn cool. So thanks, Homefront, for the luck and for the love. The luck and the love. We kind of like that, don't we? Yeah. Thanks for all you returning members. We got. See, remember I told you guys I'll keep saying members. You're subscribers, but you're also members because you come here and you consistently come. I swear, thank God you guys are coming. You guys consistently come, so thank you very much. And to my haters, thank you for being consistently haters. Please, I need more views. I need more subs. More views go a long way, but more subs. We're like 9 months into this, and we have 45 subs. I've been posting pretty much a video almost every day. I've been grinding for almost, it's like no result. I mean, I don't think my channel is gonna blow up, but I don't know, man. It'd be nice to kind of get 1,000 subscribers, and then maybe make $1 a video. I don't know. I just want to make sure people are entertained. They get a little bit of news. And I guess you haters, it's just, more things to gripe about. So you should be happy because you hate, right? So the more you hate, you like. So hate to a hater is love. So it's just backward. It's backwards love. That's what we'll say. Yeah, guys. The big thing was the Federal Reserve didn't cut, and then it looks like the GDP, the growth was 3%, which was above the target. So that's pretty much keeps giving data. Again, it could be totally fake, but you don't necessarily cut interest rates if you got decent growth. So Trump and Powell are at odds. My prediction, it's not going to happen anytime soon, guys, but my prediction is JP won't be there much longer. I think he'll be gone before his term ends. But not because he's not getting along with Trump. It's something completely different. Basically, he got caught lying. But they gotta press charges and indictments, and I don't know, right? But my prediction is the Fed's not going to be around. Whoa! Yeah, I know. Especially if we keep getting all these great tariffs. Yep. Anyway, market didn't like all that. Yeah, even though the market priced all this stuff in. Yeah, so the DXY, the relative strength of the dollar, it went way up the last couple days. It's right above 100, and that's par. I'm trying to remember what year that's supposed to be. Year 2000? I don't know. You guys think your dollar is worth what it was in 2000? No. It's, again, relative strength to a basket of currencies. So, the Treasury yield now is at 4.36. That's actually kind of low. Gold and silver got hammered the other day, and the rest of the market really didn't like it. Gold did kind of pair some of those losses. The same thing with silver. And like crypto was up, crypto was down yesterday, but then it went up today, and now it's down. So, which I kind of thought was going to happen, but the gyrations, it's still at 116K, so it's still, it's come down. It's down to a local, but I don't know. I'm kind of looking for a 100 as a potential. Yeah, so with that aside, who cares, right? Let's shrink that. Where is my other screen? So the news that I had yesterday, I guess I'll just fill in for you. Looks like good old Chuck Schumer, which I thought he was either dead or I didn't think he was still in the Senate. Yeah, he wants the list too. Okay, Schumer, you asked for it. And then there was a couple other things. There was like a DOJ that wants, and it's not Pam Bondi because, it's still on her desk. I think that's funny. But no, they wanted the transcripts of the grand jury. So they keep those hush-hush, but now they want those out. It's starting. What is this? The man who got Epstein subpoenaed. It's slowly coming. They can't. There was like new video of Epstein. It's still the angle looks wrong, but what the government will say is that right. So this is getting good. This is getting good. You're getting many areas calls for this list to come out. Looks like Maxwell wants to provide some information. She probably wants some bargaining. Probably, I don't know exactly, but obviously she's hoping for a pardon. I don't think that's going to happen. Although, if the information's good enough, I don't know. I think, what may happen is she's already serving time. So I think what they'll say is, hey, we'll commute your sentence, and if there's any other any other information that implies we won't press charges. So that's probably the best that she's going to get, and I think I wouldn't mind that because she's the only one serving time. And I don't want to say she was like a low-level person, right? But all the people that should be in jail are not in jail. So I forget how long she's been in there. She's been in there for a while. So, I mean, I don't know why this didn't come out early. I don't know. There's speculation all over the place. But, and then there's Trump had a post from True Social, and he posted it on X, saying we have to arrest Obummer. Jeez. For treason. Do you guys know what treason is under the Constitution? It depends on if you get a military tribunal and you are a traitor. I actually think in civil, I don't know the detail per se. I just know it's you get a. Back in the day, it was a hanging, right? I don't want to say lynching because that's has a different connotation, but yeah, you string them up, right? I don't know, firing squad. Although I would think Obummer deserves the slowest, most painful death possible. People speculate that he's already dead. I don't know, guys. Like that, everything is recorded and I don't know. Everything could be damn recorded the way things seem to be going on, right? There was one other thing. Let's see. What are we doing for time? We're at 10 minutes, so not too bad. I don't want this to be too long. Let's see here. Prayers. No. It said something about Tyson. No. Prayers are pouring up. No. What the hell? No, not Mike Tyson too. No. God damn it. All my damn. Man, like all the people I loved in the 80s, man. Like Ozzy and Hulk Hogan. I mean, Ozzy was actually pre-80s, but I mean, come on. You know, without Ozzy Osbourne, I think a whole bunch of bands wouldn't exist. Especially, Black Sabbath. But, Mike Tyson, man. This guy was, brutal. Damn, man. This guy could just look at you and kill. But, man, I hope not. No, man. Come on. We don't want all these. Anyway, I don't know. So, I don't know. I don't see anything else that's, like, spectacular. Put something down below, Ben, if you want me to talk about it in tomorrow's video. I will do that. And actually, guys, if any of you returning people, if you actually have one little thing, try to put it down. I'll try to fill that request as long as it ain't like a video that's going to take a video series, because I'm trying to do America First stuff, and if we want, maybe have like a couple minutes at the end of each video if it's going to be like a long one. Or something else that you want to focus on. I'm trying to keep it more like things that are relative to either America First or something that applies to our life here. So, today is payday. Yeah! And on top of this, today, and I feel like I've said this before. Apologize if this happened. I had taken a loan out against my 401k, not the whole amount, in 2020, and I took a 5-year term, I believe. I can't remember if you can make it longer, but it was at 3.25, and I was like, hey man, I'll take this and invest it, get some gold, some silver, and then I tried to get some miners, and I did a little bit of speculation. Well, the speculation part just, so that part kind of, that was a big goose egg, because I had some call options, and they didn't work. But I did have some other stocks, and I alluded earlier, right? So I'm only saying that because today is the last payment. So ironically enough, for next month, I'm going to feel like I get a raise, because it's about what, about $3.15 each pay period, and I get two. There's. Oh no, it lagged. So hopefully I get paid on the 15th and the end of the month. So I'll be getting $630 a month, which will feel like a raise. Well, actually will feel like 3 raises, because I get like maybe $200 a month, like every year, because you only get 3% or something like that. So it works out to be, and this will be take home. So I guess, I can't remember if I'm paying. I'm trying to remember how it works. Am I paying with after tax? Because it's 401k, but I'm trying to remember if the bank, because I have a 401k Roth, and I don't know how the loan worked. I don't know. Anyway, all I know is we'll be getting some extra money, so it'll feel like a raise. But I bought the new car, like I told you guys. So some of that I'll recoup for that. I was already planning on paying a little bit more extra in my house. So we'll probably start adding there. Again, there's still threat of cutbacks. Excuse me, sorry. I think I'm good until, I think I will be good until the end of the year. If they do cut me, or if they have to cut me, I don't think it's because of performance or anything like that. They'll claim it's performance, but they typically tell you like in November or something like that, and then you basically work to a certain date or whatever, and I normally hoard all my vacation days. So if they tell me in November, then, but you know what I'm saying, like they may not let me come into the new year type of, that's kind of how they've been doing it. So with that said, what was I going? Yeah, so I didn't want to pay too much on my home loan. But I did have a plan about 5 years ago, maybe a little bit more than 5 years ago. Yeah, I think it was like near, like not quite the beginning of 2020, but it was like in 2019. The plan that I had was, all right, so every raise that I got, which was like $100 a month every year, I'm like, oh, okay, so I'll pay, I'll, the next year, every month I'll pay $100. So basically my entire raise that I get, I would just put toward an extra pay, toward a principal payment. So the way that it worked was it looked like it was going to be paid off in 10 years if I kept, 100, and then the next year would be 100 plus the 100, and then, but I didn't start that plan because I borrowed money, right? So, so it would have been like 5 years from now. I probably would have had to pay it off. So I don't know. We may accelerate, but we got the car. The car is at a higher interest rate, but that's a 4-year term. And I'm actually paying more than double. Like whatever, I think my payment's like $435, and then I'm paying $500 on top of it. So it should be done in less than 2 years. Technically, I could get rid of it now, but I don't want to if I need the again, guys, right? It's more of a, I plan more for a cash flow situation, right? If I knew I was never going to lose my job, I would just do it. I am close to that only because I've been doing 1 month treasury bills, so whatever cash I do have, I've just been kind of stacking it, right? Oh, and I think that was one recommendation I was going to let you guys know is that because the interest rates haven't cut, depending upon your credit union, bank, and it seems like a lot of savings accounts, the interest rates are really, really low. Like even my credit union, they're really low, but it's weird. They have it's called Genesis Credit Union, and I know I'm in Michigan, so I think they're like in Ohio, Minnesota. I can't remember, maybe Indiana. But they have a checking account called Genius Checking, and I think you get like 6% or something. It's crazy, but it's only up to balances $7,500, which still, $7,500 a month. 6%. So that's like a 0.5% of whatever that is. So it ends up working out to be close to $40 a month. That's not bad for just parking money. That's only $7,500. So, so if you have that, I would recommend that. I think you have to have 10 debit card transactions. So you do have to have a debit card, and you have to use it from your checking account. But for me, it's pretty simple. And I have a couple of things that I have reoccurring, so it's not too bad. But in a pinch, I just load up a Starbucks card. I go to work and sometimes have a coffee at work that I don't, because I bring my own coffee, but sometimes I need one when I'm fasting or something like that. But I only put like $10 at a time, so I might use that if I'm like 1 or 2 transactions away. But again, just more options for you guys. Again, if you're kind of blessed like me, having actually more than a few $100s, and if you have a couple $1,000 and you can't, and again, this is not sponsoring. I use Coinbase, which is a crypto exchange where you can buy crypto and sell crypto. Another one called Uphold. Both of those, you can put money in there and they give you a return. I believe Coinbase. I have the paid membership, so but I think they offer 4.5. But I think as a paying person, I think they actually offer up to like 20 grand. So I mean, if you got some cash, or is it 25? I don't know, something like that, guys. So it's 4.5. Uphold is like the same amount, same interest rate, and I think the same amount. But I'm not a paying member on Uphold. People prefer Uphold because that they're not exactly a bank, but what they're doing is they're trying to become more of a conservative financial institution. So they publish all their, like, here's our assets, here's our liabilities, and if there's money that you put into their accounts and stuff, and because a lot of places, like even the crypto, like you don't own the crypto either. You buy their crypto and then they'll lease the crypto out to like 3 other people, right? So it's like fractional reserve Crypto. That's what I can't understand. It's like, oh, there's only so many crypto. Like, yeah, but you can sell infinite contracts. So all you need is one Bitcoin, but yet the system can have quadrillions of Bitcoin. Yeah, I know. And then do you have it, right? That's why if you have that, like that thing I have, the treasure thing, supposedly it's on a hardware wallet, right? And only I can get to it. I don't know. I don't think it's ever been put to the test, but it's in a wallet and no one can access it. I think the only thing you can understand is like it'll have a certain address, and then I think it tells you how much of a coin is on there. I think that's public. I think the only thing that's public now. I can't remember. Someone told me about this stuff on crypto. I'm like, shit. We're at 20 minutes. I said I was gonna. All right. So yeah. But failing that, and if you don't like those institutions, again, I'm not a big proponent of the U.S. government. Well, I am and I'm not. I'm more of America First government, so hopefully Trump can get that. So, but the U.S. government is probably not going to default, at least not in the way that like a business would default, right? A business would default, their assets would get whatever, seized or whatever, liquidated and pay the creditors, right? But that's not what the U.S. government is going to do. If the U.S. government ever had a cash problem, it would just start printing and monetizing the entire debt. So what that means is they would basically default by hyperinflation. So yeah, you'll get a default, but you'll get your money back. I tell this to my mom. I'm like, yeah, don't worry, Mom. They'll pay all your money, but that doesn't mean that your money will be worth any of it, right? So keep in mind of that. But it took me a while here to get to this point. Sorry. I'm not sorry. I gotta stop saying sorry. Damn it, sorry. I gotta stop saying sorry. All right. Anyway, hopefully you guys got a good laugh out of that. No, but my recommendation, and again, I'm just a stupid-ass YouTube guy. If you don't like either one of those options, because the government's going to be pretty safe for a while, and I don't think they're going to default. Again, they'll just print your money to thin air, but it'll be there and it'll get paid. Or 1 month treasury bills. So it's so much better than a CD because the interest rate on those, they're like over 4%. So it's going to be better than a savings account. You can get I'm not sure what the max is, but, I got some with $10,000. So, I just keep rolling those over from month to month. But, yeah, it's only 4 weeks. So it's not like a CD where you got tied up for 12 months or 2. No, I don't play that stuff, right? So you can get pretty liquid, right? So whatever, whatever I need for, let's say I want like most of that month, most of that money is tied up in 1 month, right? So I just have to have enough cash in my bank account for theoretically a month. I make sure I have about 3 months of cash in there, just 1 month, and say if there's a hiccup somewhere, right? So that's almost 2 months, and just a little bit of buffer, right? Just, you never know. Maybe during that buffer, a good buying opportunity. I don't know. Just too many what-if scenarios, right? So I don't like to have it bare bones, but the logic is, right, it's better than a savings account, it's better than a CD, and it's highly liquid, and the duration's very short. Now, the downside will be is when, it's not a matter of if, we know the Federal Reserve eventually will cut short-term rates. So again, that means those rates would, so let's say they start, I think it's 4.25 to 4.5. And that's pretty much what the 1 month treasury bill is going at. But let's say they go all the way down to 1%. Well, the 1 month treasury go down to 1, right? Now, if they do that, pretty much all the savings accounts will be 0. They're already pretty much 0 right now, right? So then you have to figure out a different way where to park your cash. But that's not today. But I recommend that. Again, I'm not like an expert. So when I say recommendation, it's not necessarily a recommendation. I'm just saying, like, or how about this? You could consider that an option. especially if you don't want to just leave it in a bank. It's almost like ironic. Who do you trust more? Citibank, JP Morgan Chase, or the U.S. government? It's kind of funny, right? Because, like, if the big banks will probably never fail, there could be a possible scenario where they're about to fail, and then the Federal Reserve says, oh, here's a bunch of money. Right? So I guess in some crazy-ass scenario, maybe a large major bank is allowed to fail, but everybody would probably be made whole, right? So depending upon your comfort level. Anyway, 25 minutes video. That's way too long. Way too long. Went 15 minutes over. Sorry. Not sorry! Damn it, I gotta stop doing that. Yeah, alright guys, I found the stop button. Thank God I found it, alright? See you guys tomorrow. Bye.